So West Red Lake Gold just put out an update from the Madsen Mine now that we're halfway through the fourth quarter. This wasn't a full ramp-up update. We do those quarterly because a 3-month period is a better time frame to capture performance when you're discussing a variable entity like a mine. That's why mines do quarterly updates. But at Madsen, we are approaching full operations and we are ticking items off of our to-do list. And so we wanted to talk about those, mostly so that others can start to share our confidence that we really are successfully marching Madsen into commercial production, and very soon. Okay, so in our last mine site update, we discussed how ramping up the Madsen mine is really about mining and moving more tons each month or each day. We noted how in September, we started to be able to store all of our waste rock underground instead of trucking it all to surface. And that was exciting because it freed up our haul trucks to move ore instead of moving waste. And that's precisely what happened in October. We produced 24% more tons of ore each day on average than we had done in September. This keeps our ore production trend moving clearly in the right direction where we need it to be to get to that full-scale operation early in Q1. And remember, in December, in just a few weeks, we expect to get the shaft operational, which will add another 300 or so tons per day of capacity. So that's painting a really solid picture for ore production, which is the critical path for ramp up at Madsen. Okay, in the first half of the quarter, we also took delivery of 3 more 4-yard scoops, and that leaves just 1 haul truck as the only item of rolling stock that we're waiting to be delivered to the mine site. The components to build a maintenance shop were also just delivered, so the infrastructure side of things, both rolling and fixed at Madsen, is just about complete. The other notable development that I wrote about at length in this mine site news release is all about people. Back in May, not that long ago, we welcomed a very experienced mine general manager named Sean McCormick. He previously managed the Kiena mine. He was the mine general manager at Kiena for Westome for 5 years, prior to which he had been the mine general manager of the Holt complex for Kirkland Lake. So with his really strong leadership and with our mine moving into operations, Madsen in the last little while has been able to attract some really good people to site leadership positions. We welcomed a chief engineer who came to us after 15 years with Newmont in an impressive range of positions. We welcomed a mill manager who came to us with 30 years of experience in a range of operations across North America. And we now have a senior operations manager who's an engineer with 28 years of experience in underground mines. Strong site leadership is really the foundation of a mine that is able to do 2 things at the same time: perform in the moment and set up to make the most of the future. So we're really excited to have established this team at site, and we're keen to see what they're able to turn Madsen into in the coming years. So, the bottom line is the quarter is going really well. We are on track for commercial production early in Q1, as we've been promising. I'm filming this video, if the backdrop looks a bit funny, from the one-to-one investment conference in London, England. And with full operations at something like 50,000 ounces a year just around the corner, I've been having a lot of meetings with investors who are showing a lot of interest in our company, West Red Lake Gold Mines.